Hi, Amy Porterfield here with eMarketingVids, and today is Facebook Friday. And as you might have guessed, we're going to talk about local Facebook pages. Now, when I say local Facebook pages, I'm primarily talking about the brick and mortar type local stores where it's restaurants or service-oriented businesses. But you can also use Facebook pages to localize your business in the sense of maybe you're a real estate agent, you want to talk about a local area or anything that has to do with one specific local area where you can talk about, what's around that area. You can talk about other businesses in the area. I want to show you how you can use Facebook as a local business to really create a community around what you sell. So local Facebook pages really do work. Let me show you some statistics to prove it. The number of marketers who say Facebook is critical or important to their business has increased 83% in just the last 2 years. So when we're talking about Facebook, marketers are starting to really pay attention and know that Facebook is a leading contender when it comes to social networking and online marketing in general. More so than that, 67% of business-to-consumer B2C companies have acquired a customer through Facebook. That means that 67% of companies on Facebook who are marketing to consumers have actually acquired at least one customer through Facebook. And I can venture to guess that it's definitely more than just one customer. Now, socialbakers.com, they are a company that do some really great analytics for Facebook, so definitely check them out. But they recently did a study about local Facebook pages. What they found was the global approach to Facebook pages is not as effective as the local page approach. Now, what does that mean? Well, specifically, when you get localized on Facebook, when you're talking about a specific area and people can communicate and create a community around that area, that geographical area, you usually get more wall activity. You get more relevant, localized wall discussions. So people are talking about a specific area and they actually create a community because they have something in common. It's not so globalized. It's really a lot easier to create conversations and get to know people on Facebook when you can make it more localized. In addition to that, there was 3 to 5 times more engagement when they measured local versus global Facebook pages. But I want to show you an example of how that engagement panned out in different graphs through their study. So Nike.com, they did a great study where it showed that Nike football on Facebook, they have different pages for Portugal and Spain and Turkey, and as you can see, those pages had more wall activity than just the Nike football global Facebook page. So when they localized it and they had a page for Portugal and a page for Spain and one for Italy, those pages had way more wall activity, more engagement than just the general globalized Nike page. In addition to that, they did it with Starbucks as well. And what they found, and I know you can't really see this graph well, so I'll just show you, all the purple, those are all fan engagement for a Starbucks localized page. So Argentina, Thailand, Belgium, those are localized Facebook pages for Starbucks. The little green one there on the right, that's for the general globalized Starbucks page engagement, the fan engagement. As you can see, the more localized they got, the more fan engagement. So here on the Facebook page, if you go over to international, you'll find this page where there's all these different maps of different countries. As you can see here, it says Starbucks around the world and all the different countries. And if you click on one of the countries, it will actually take you to that Facebook page. So as you can see, this is no longer in English, and this is a Facebook page for Austria. So if I go back, I can click on another country and I could find out what they're talking about, let's say in Singapore, on the Facebook page. So these are the pages that are getting a lot more engagement than, let's say, the pages that are just more general. And the reason being is that people like to talk to people that they have something in common with. A location is one of the #1 leading reasons why people would come together and talk, because they have that huge commonality in the sense that they live in a surrounding area. So I want to show you some other great examples. So Phil's Barbecue is a very popular barbecue place in San Diego, and they have a few chains, but it's all pretty much around in and around San Diego. So they actually just have one Facebook page, but what they do great is they infuse the local community feeling from their other shops around San Diego. So let me tell you what I mean by that. Here's some really great, obviously this John guy really loves Phil's, but if you go down a little bit, So this post here, Phil's Barbecue San Diego, which is just the general page for Phil's Barbecue, they're getting more localized and they're talking about their Point Loma location. So they're not talking about their all San Diego locations, they're talking about one location, and they're thanking the Fallbrook Winery for setting up a cool outdoor bar at their store. And what they do great is they use photos. So this is just a great picture. They're giving a shout out to a local winery, and they're also becoming localized in the sense that they're talking about one of their Phil's Barbecue stores or shops inside San Diego. So if you scroll down, they do a great job again with all their pictures that they put out here, and they talk about some of their fans. They actually call them by name. You can see here they're talking about Ian had the first beer at the bar, and they just make it really fun and they create a community. But they talk about their locations. As you can see here, they're talking about the Santee Street Fair, if you could see it right here. So not only do they have a lot of different community aspects on their Facebook page, but they make it local for their customers by infusing the different stores in and around San Diego, because they don't have that many Phil's Barbecues. But they didn't want a different page for each location. So instead of doing that, they brought the localization to each of the shops on their one Facebook page. So that's another way of doing it. You don't have to be like Nike where they have all those different Facebook pages to still get that local feeling, especially if you're more of a small mom and pop type shop like Phil's is, where they can infuse the different locations into their Facebook page. So I thought that was a really great example. So I hope you found this video valuable. And once again, this is Facebook Fridays, and I'm Amy Porterfield for eMarketingVids. Take care, and I'll see you next Friday.